Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Edgar Afandani, the founder of Bongo Forex. This is our weekly review, where we're looking at the trades that we forecasted and analyze and see the potential, not the potential, but the actual results on those trades. Now, remember, guys, all these trades are educational purpose, are not meant to be any sort of signal providing services. Now please guys, remember to subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram and all other social medias, and yeah, let's crack on. To start with the DXY, the dollar currency index. For some time now we have been on a very strong bullish trend. Now if you recall my last weekly forecast, I say dollar should have a bit of a pullback, and I even wrote this here: the temporary correction, the trade war talks might have changed the fundamentals a bit. That was my theme for the beginning of the week, and today is Friday, so on Monday I had that in mind, and what I did was to have a bit of bullish to neutral bias on the dollar, and yeah, see what happened. The dollar broke through that mini trend line, broke through and went all the way to the main support area, also the main support trend line uptrend. So that was my analysis for the last week, and I said that will constrain our trades for this week, because you don't want to trade anything that goes against the trend. So hence, if you're trading the DXY on a bullish manner, you want to look for bearish on all other pairs against the dollar, and that's what I was looking for. And yeah, we got some really interesting setups last trades that on the last forecast we did, and all the setups are doing extremely well. Some have closed to profit, some are still active. And guys, please yeah, let me repeat again, subscribe, and if you have any comment, just go to the section down below on the YouTube channel, write your comment, and I'll be so happy to help you and support you. Now let's start with the currency pair. We'll start with the USDCHF. USDCHF, last week we had almost a sell. We were looking to sell the USDCHF because what we wanted was, I saw an uptrend. Yes, I should have bought it on an uptrend, but because of the DXY temporary bearishness, I saw an interesting opportunity to trade on that reverse right there. That reverse right there, if you can see, guys, right there, that's where I took my trade. And that's what I always tell people: understand the potential areas of reversals that go hand in hand with the fundamental shift. That's what the fundamental shift looks like. And we traded USDCHF and we shorted it, as well as a bit of technicals, because supported our analysis. We had previous resistance areas, and all those resistance areas provide a potential sell opportunity or a strong resistance. That price could never go above that, and we shorted it, and now we're trading in profit. And if you look at our risk reward ratio, we shorted around there. You can look at it. We're targeting those areas right there. Our risk reward ratio is 1.98. We're taking 125.7 pips. You do the math. If it's a mini low trade, that'll be $125. So guys, that's it. Next trade would be Aussie dollar USD. Aussie dollar USD, so an interesting trade that we wanted to take last week, and let's see. Alright, the internet is quite slow here, guys, and please bear with me because the video is gonna be quite longer. Next, the Aussie dollar USD. Aussie dollar USD, we wanted to short it, but around those areas up there, or the area around here, and we predicted the price should have a bit of coming back all the way to the resistance area, and here a bit of consolidation and a bit of retest and pullbacks and all that, and then we see a further sell-off. I'm selling Aussie dollar USD just because of interest differentials and interest swap, and that's what my bias on Aussie dollar USD. Plus, the trade hasn't been active yet, but I still do hope this trade would still holds until next week or until next 2 weeks. So it's a trade that I'm looking at it with a keen eye. The third trade would be gold. Also, gold hasn't been active yet because of the price hasn't reached that area that we wanted to short it, around those areas, and that's where we want to sell. But remember guys, we're trading based on the neckline. We want to see the price break through that wedge right there. You can see that downtrend, that support area. You can see that neckline right there. You can see the price might potentially break through. So we still hold this trade, and it's not active yet until the price comes here and kiss that area, and then we start shorting it. And the reason why we're shorting the gold so far is because we still have a bullishness on the dollar, and secondly because of strong trade talks which are quite positive between China and US. So simply that would be the thing that we're looking at so far. That's our biasness on selling the gold right now. On the long run, gold should be bullish, but at this time, I think gold would be a bit of bearishness. We still have very strong performing stock market. So simply, I see further weakness on gold so far. Next trade will be WTI, the US oil. So for the US oil, we wanted to buy it because of the the bombings happening in Saudi Arabia and Iran, the oil tanks being bombed, and also the positive trade talks happening right now that provide really good demand for oil products. And so that clearly provides a really good opportunity to buy oil. As you can see here, I wanted the price to come here, have a bit of a retest, a pullback, and then we start buying it around those areas. So I think this is build up of the massive wave to come for the WTI, and we bought it around that area, that support area, that resistance turning support, and we want to see the price to go all the way up to here. And so that would be a risk reward ratio of 2.66. That's almost 6,874 pips. If you're trading based on mini lot, that would be almost $6,000. Yeah, $6,000. Yes, that should be $6,000. Next trade will be USD Turkish Lira. We had Turkish Lira trade doing extremely well. As you can remember guys, this was a trade that we wanted to short, and we want to short on that neckline. You see this neckline right here, that's where we took our trade, and we predicted the price to come right there and have a bit of a retest, and then we see price now to start to fall all the way down. We're holding a risk reward ratio of 1.97 on that trade with a target of 1,595 pips. That was almost 2.7% on that trade. So guys, it's another trade that we need to look at, and it provides really quite interesting trade opportunity, but just because you have a bit of weakness on the dollar, so I'm just shorting that way. So next trade will be Euro Aussie dollar. Euro Aussie dollar, we wanted a bit of a pullback, but that didn't happen. The price keeps on going up. But if you're still holding that trade based on our last trade, last week forecast, where we wanted to buy around those areas, it's still doing extremely well. But if you missed it out, you just want to see that pullback, and then you buy around those areas, and then you ride with the trend. You can clearly see the trend is quite massive trend. The price is doing extremely well on the upside, and that provides really good opportunity to buy the Euro Aussie dollar. Now the few last trades remaining is just Euro GBP. This was the trade of the month, and we had this analysis for a very long time, and still is doing extremely well. As you can see, we had A, B, C. Now we're approaching the D point. Now you can see our B. So at this point we took our second take profit with 335 pips. Now we're targeting the point C. That's 490 pips. That's a very long run trade with a risk reward of 10.33. And that was Euro GBP. And lastly is Bitcoin USD. Now we're trading Bitcoin, guys. Remember, we trade cryptocurrency all the time. We love trading cryptocurrencies. Now the cryptocurrencies have been shorting so far, but the price hasn't come back, hasn't pulled back to this area. That's where we want to short this Bitcoin USD. That's where I can see the potential sale with the 2.7 risk reward on a lot of pips involved. So guys, thank you so much for paying attention with us through this weekly review, that we review all the forecasts we did. Trust me guys, very few traders do this. They'll tell you we do forecasts, but they don't do the reviews of the forecast, and that's really important to be able to understand what kind of educator you have, or a signal provider you have. So it's really important to pay attention to this kind of forecast reviews, because it helps you a lot to have to have like a bit of certainty of your strategies, a bit of, okay, I can trust this person on his analysis and all that. So thank you guys, and please subscribe and follow us on all our social media platforms, and just please trade safely guys, trade safely.